with you guys, really.
Yeah, okay.
You know, KPFA's been around for so long in the 20s, and this is, you know,
Let me hear you talk again.
Behind the times. Okay, Sara Blanco. Am I just saying my own name?
Hello.
Okay. Do you need me to just test, or?
No, go ahead. You're on.
Okay. As I was saying, if you're a Twitter user, you can follow at KPFA Stream, and you can tell your friends and your networks. So we are live across the street from Camp Justice. But where are we physically right this second? We're actually on a public area near the entrance, very near the entrance of Creech Air Force Base, home of the Reaper and Predator drones that have been flying over us for the last couple of days. So basically, there have been 2 days of actions, including vigils from 6 to 8 a.m. and again from 3 to 5 p.m. because this is the time that the drone pilots and a very large majority of the military personnel come in for work and leave at the same time. The vigils included standing, as you can see, alongside the exit/entrance, holding signs. There is a megaphone as well, and there's people standing alongside Highway 95. And as I mentioned earlier, there are tombstones that have been set up, over 60, if not more, with the names and ages of people who have been killed specifically by drone attacks. And tonight, indeed, is a vigil. Indeed, it actually is a vigil, because when they set down every single one of those tombstones, apparently it was a ritual, it was very spiritual, and they said a prayer for every one of the lives listed on there. So right now we have 4 very special guests with us who I feel like would prefer almost to be out there holding signs. But we really do appreciate you guys being here. We know how important this time is out here. So basically, we have to my left here, we have the president of Veterans for Peace, Barry Ladendorf.
Hi, glad to be here.
Welcome, welcome. And then next to me, from Iraq Veterans Against the War, I have Maggie Martin. We have Gary Eggleston, and then we have Jason. How do I say your last name? Maluhia.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Love that mic, Jason.
Yeah. So every time you talk, just be a mic hog. So we'll start off with a really basic question, like, why did you join, and what changed your mind about the war or the military in general? And we're going to definitely do a round table, and then after that, it could be sort of like a, bantering off of each other.
Well, I'm older than the rest of the panelists here by quite a few years. So I'm a Vietnam veteran of that war, and I was a lieutenant in the Navy for 5 years on active duty in Vietnam. I made 3 different cruises into the waters of Vietnam. I did 5 years of reserve duty in addition to that. After the war was over, it was clear to me that it was a bad war to be involved in. I was very much opposed to it in my last few years. It just seemed to me to be a total waste of human life, both theirs and ours, a total waste of the amount of money that we were spending on the war, that this was not the way the United States, that I understood it when I was growing up, that this is how we should not be acting in the world. But it wasn't until 2005 that I even heard about Veterans for Peace, and that was because the war in Iraq was just getting underway, and the invasion, and I thought to myself, the same kind of lies, the misleading of the public, was happening here again that happened when I was in Vietnam, and how that war got started with lies.